He is the one who knocks over buildings.
Oh my god.
Check out our Godzilla review.
Hey kids, it's time for your
Big review.
What up, big kids? Here's your big review of Godzilla 2014. And this is a non-spoiler review, so don't worry about it. And joining me, my lovely fiance slash co-host, Natalie. Mwah. Love you. So we saw Godzilla last night with a bunch of our friends, and wow, what can you say in a nutshell about it?
I thought it was awesome. Everyone on Facebook is totally bashing it, but my first response after like the credits started, I was like, Godzilla is freaking awesome, go see it ASAP. And there was like a whole bunch of people in my comments that actually agreed, so I mean, and then all of a sudden, like today, I'm like getting all these feeds like, there wasn't enough Godzilla, and I'm like, well, I guess.
Well, that's a minor spoiler. So like the movie, well, first off, I think Gareth Edwards, and this is like his, I think the second thing he's ever directed, and he did a really good job, yeah, because he did Monsters in 2010, which, you know, he's a big fan of Godzilla, and the original Godzilla, which came out in 1954, so that was like, man, it was like 60 years ago?
Yeah,
60 years ago. Godzilla's been around for 60 years.
He was claymation back then.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, he has to make sure claymation
Or
and a guy in a suit, yeah.
And a guy.
Or like stop motion.
That'd be a job. Like
yeah.
I was Godzilla. First movie.
Well, first off, let's talk about the cast. First off, Bryan Cranston was amazing.
He did a great job.
Yes, and I can never have enough Bryan Cranston, and that's the thing. He's not a big.
At least him being bald though. I was like, whoa, he has hair.
Oh, I know. But I wish he was in the movie a little bit more. We won't say, but like, yeah, he's not in the movie as much. But
yeah, he's not.
It's pretty emotional with his parts in the movie. He's really amazing.
Yeah, he's very strong with his emotions.
Definitely.
Kind of reminds me of Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah. It's like, you're hiding it from us. Yeah, you tell him, Mr. Right, Godzilla, bitch. Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about that. Like Aaron Paul would just come out there.
We're all joking because there were all these people in like
the suits.
in the suits. They were like, he's gonna come up in a yellow jumpsuit and be like, yeah, Mr. White.
Yeah, you're Mr. White. Yeah, Godzilla.
Tell them that's not an earthquake.
Yeah, I know. I was just waiting for Aaron Paul to come out.
Seriously.
But,
it was too bad he did it.
Oh, I know, but Bryan Cranston was amazing, and Aaron Taylor Johnson, Kick-Ass, is pretty much the main lead in this movie.
I know. I was like, dude, it's Kick-Ass. He's so bulky now.
Oh, I know.
That kid worked out. He looks different. Yeah. He doesn't look like Kick-Ass anymore.
Well, he was pretty bulky in Kick-Ass too, and everything. And yeah, it's the funny thing is too, him and Elizabeth Olsen, who are married, and Elizabeth Olsen was really good. Their parts was really
pretty amazing too.
Yeah,
she's a good actress.
But the weird thing is gonna see next year when like freaking Avengers Age of Ultron, and they're married in this movie, and they're gonna be a brother and sister in that movie. So
I don't know why they did that. That's kind of weird.
You think like,
it's like Game of Thrones.
I know there's gonna be some sort of Game of Thrones like Avengers Godzilla.
Yeah, you were like saying that there's gonna be like a Game of Thrones meme about that.
Yeah, where like Jamie is like it's like, wait, you're how can you be married to your brother and sister? It's like, oh, I'm cool with it. It's like shows Jamie in it. But anyway, so the cast was really good. Now
I agree.
Okay, let's get into that. Minor spoiler, you won't see Godzilla for about like maybe like 40 minutes into the film. And there's some other monsters called Mutus in there, which are pretty cool. They're kind of like a mixture of Rodan, Mothra, with like some sort of Bathra. And like, I know my Godzilla monsters.
It looks like sharks to me.
Yeah, they were kind of like, and
not sharks that can fly.
And yeah, let's talk about the whole with the monsters themselves, the kaijus, and
the kaijus.
Yeah, like you do see some. They look amazing on screen. The visual effects are really amazing. Yeah. The fights are pretty good. I think here's the thing. Watching Pacific Rim, we got pretty spoiled from that. Like Pacific Rim had some pretty awesome Jaeger versus kaiju scenes, and
yeah, but it's not Pacific Rim.
It's not.
I mean, come on, guys. That's what everyone wrote too. Like, on my Facebook, they're like, Pacific Rim is better.
But the thing is that people forget is that Pacific Rim really didn't take itself seriously. This movie definitely takes itself seriously.
Oh yeah, it's dramatic. Like the whole time I was just like,
yeah, and
is this really happening? What the like? It was awesome.
Yeah, like. This movie didn't have hardly any humor. This movie didn't. I think
not really.
The funniest thing is Ken Wannabe, who plays like a doctor in here. He says we call him Godzilla, and that the
That was the
funniest
best part.
line.
And people actually like laughing. Like
Yeah.
I laughed at it. I was like, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be laughing at the way he said this.
But that's how they used to say, "What? It's Godzilla," you know. It's
I
Godzilla.
know. And they,
But yeah, so that was like the funniest thing about the film.
Yeah, and then he like every time he said it, he like said it that way. He's like,
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah, exactly. So I think it was an unintentional humor.
Yeah,
and,
it was. I think he was trying to be serious though, so I feel kind of
But-
bad for laughing. But
But we
it
like
was just perfect though, the way he said it.
yeah, and Godzilla, like, obviously throughout the years didn't take itself totally seriously. It became very silly and very, you know,
Yeah.
really silly. But the very first Godzilla movie in 1954 was pretty much what, and this is pretty much a homage to, or it's a tribute to Godzilla, the original Godzilla. It's very dramatic. It's very focused on the human story, and really, it's like if you watch those original Godzilla movies, it's pretty much the same tone. It's like it's not even the '98 Godzilla, which God, that was awful. but
I didn't watch it, so
Yeah, there was-
I heard it was bad. I was like, nope, not going.
and there's pretty much that same sort of like, yeah, there's not that much focus on Godzilla. He is in there, but it's really like a human story trying to stop kaiju monsters, and then it just, I really felt like they got the gist of it. Yes, Godzilla could be in it more, but man, when he's in it, he is awesome. And
yeah, he's pretty gigantic too.
yeah, and one thing that's
Which
cool.
I liked that the scale of him was just monstrous.
Yes, a good choice of words. And
Oh, yeah.
and one thing, as you can see from my Rip the Pearl shirt, the big battle takes place in San Francisco, which
Yeah,
we're
that's
big.
kinda cool.
We
But
love.
like Oakland or like Oakland.
I know. We really. It's so cool that San Francisco is the main thing because
Yeah.
there's some fight battles in Hawaii and kind of in Las Vegas.
Las
and
Vegas. So I was like, that's kind of random.
yeah, and like I said, going back to us saying, Pacific Rim really spoiled us. Yes, like the fights, some of them like in Honolulu and in Las Vegas, it's just very small, very like quick about it. I know that people are like, oh, show us more, and
Yeah.
I know that they could show this more, but
Yeah, I agree with that. That's one of
Yeah.
the things I agreed with, but just everything else with the movie, I like the music.
Yeah, the
I like the
score,
acting.
the cinematography.
I like the story. Other than, I think they focus too much on the other creatures other than Godzilla. But
Yeah.
my opinion is, I think that this is a build-up to a second movie.
yeah, I'm really excited to see a franchise. I feel like they did Godzilla right. The movie was intense. I was like the whole time I was like, oh
I know, we were like freaking out the whole time. I was like, what's gonna happen next?
Yeah, Pacific Rim.
Which I really enjoyed.
Yeah, like Pacific Rim might have had better kaiju Jaeger fights. It might have had more humor, but this overall was a more intense, more overall, I think, better
totally
movie.
Intense. Your jaw's just gonna be like out of your mouth.
I know, and even though it might start
Crazy.
out slow with some things with the human, people might like, I don't care about the humans. I cared about the humans. I cared about their journey. I didn't want to see them die. I was sad if like bad things were happening to them and stuff like that.
I was more sad with like Godzilla, honestly.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know
know.
why, but I felt like it was like they kind of geared it to that, which is kind of funny.
I know.
I was like, am I
That's great.
supposed to be rooting for Godzilla
That's
right
true.
now?
That's-
Like, I was like questioning
If you
myself.
watch those Toho Godzilla movies, the Japanese Godzilla movies, it's the same thing. You root for Godzilla and that's the focus of any Japanese Toho Godzilla movie or whatever. They Godzilla is the hero fighting a villainous monster, and that's why they nailed it. This is an American high quality like special effect Godzilla
those
movie.
buildings were insane.
Yeah, so
It just looked great.
I think they nailed it. This is what I
Yeah,
wanted from
I
a
agree.
Godzilla movie. Yes, of course, you can always want more Godzilla, but I feel like they nailed it. And with that, say,
I don't
like,
know, maybe he'll return. You never know.
yeah, oh yeah, believe me. It's like, by the way, there's no after credit scene, but there is like the ending. I thought was great, so I thought it was awesome.
I agree.
But yeah, with that said, I give Godzilla a 5 like atomic breaths, out of 5. What about you?
I give it a 5 out of 5 too. I thought it was amazing. I think
I
you
thought
should
it
go
was
see
amazing.
it. It was great.
It was intense.
I kind of want to see it again in 3D. 'cause
Me too.
This time
We
I
wanted
didn't
to
see it in
see
3D, and I think I don't know. I kind
Yeah.
of missed out. So I think the second time I'm gonna go see it in 3D. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, I know.
But-
We're definitely gonna see it in 3D because we wanted to, but like we saw the group and the showing wasn't 3D. But looking into it, it looked like it would be really cool in 3D. So yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely see the movie.
Heck yeah.
I can't wait to buy it on Blu-ray, or we're gonna get it on Blu-ray, and then yeah. So with that said, thank you guys. Thanks Natalie for joining me, and check out my shirts at ripthepearl.com. Check out more at seanxlong.com, 20newseye.com, hootsner.net, and And also check out Natalie on Instagram at Stay Stellar, like the Incubus song. And anything you want to say?
Godzilla was awesome. Godzilla.
Yes. And,
Godzilla.
and with that said, I'm Sean Long, and Natalie is saying,
live long and love life. Prosper.
By the way, guys, we want to announce our new baby. His name, you can call him God, Zilla. So yeah, he has my eyes and your smile. Is he adorable?
He's awesome. Oh, he's so beautiful.
Yeah, he's just so warm and stuff. He keeps us. All right, I'm ready to kick ass. Nothing's gonna get in my way. Nothing. Ah, screw this. I'm gonna go join the Avengers.